These truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you'd like to see help out, if not vote for the other body, give me a look, though, okay?
Democrats have to now decide whether they will continue defrauding the public with ridiculous bullshit. And then they say, the elite, they're not elite. You're the elite. We're the elite. I get a kick, I hear, so-and-so the elite. Then you see this guy. I'm not elite. We're the elite. You're smarter, you're sharper, you're more loyal, you're a hell of a lot tougher.
Why do us freedom-loving patriots sit idly by while pot-bellied pig demons run around controlling us like control freaks? Have you ever taken a look at who's actually supposedly the elite, supposedly the ones who pull the strings around the globe? The George Soroses, David Rockefellers, the Bushes, the Obamas, all these type of people. Have you ever actually looked in their eyes? These are dead, soulless people. They're ugly. They stink politically. They stink morally. Geez, they probably stink physically too. Now let's go ahead and we're going to play a video here. One of the newest pot-bellied pig demons that I've seen here in Canada, a Dr. Giard, who's going to go on and proceed to tell us about how, with a great big smirk on his face, almost like the Joker, it's that they're happy but they're evil poking through. I can't even do it. Just can't wait to take your rights away. Ooh, yes, we love it. So we're gonna play this doctor here for you guys today, and how he's foaming at the mouth about before they only allowed 72 hours to hold people who were resistant, uncooperative people who didn't want to get the 14-day isolation, the COVID stuff. So if you refuse to get isolated, even though we now know by CDC's own statistics this thing is no more dangerous than the flu, but shut up and wear your muzzle. You're not allowed to talk about facts. Facts is dangerous in today's society. So keep your muzzle shut, and we're going to have the doctor here, and we're going to show you guys the pathetic, disgusting waste scumbags that we allow to walk over us. And it's actually, I'm more upset with you and myself and the fellow patriots that allow these pot-bellied pig demons to even do what they do. So let's go ahead and play the video for you now.
Docteur Girard, avant de terminer, il y a une journaliste qui ne pouvait pas être présente ici qui demande brièvement, est-ce que des ordonnances ont été émises à l'endroit des clients récalcitrants?
Yes.
Merci, Docteur Girard.
Est-ce que ça peut être une phrase complète en français?
Oui. L'ordonnance concernait justement 2 personnes qui ne collaboraient pas. Et on trouve que c'est formidable de pouvoir finalement utiliser ce levier-là. Vous savez, avant, si on n'était pas en urgence sanitaire, le directeur de santé publique peut utiliser ce pouvoir pendant 72 heures, en attendant qu'un juge, finalement, confirme l'ordonnance. Dans le cas de la COVID-19, nous avons la possibilité d'isoler quelqu'un pendant 14 jours. Et c'est ce que nous avons fait ce matin, et c'est ce que nous avons déjà fait dans le passé. Et on a aussi, comme on l'a fait ce matin, obligé une personne à collaborer à l'enquête. Et on l'avait déjà fait dans le passé, avec succès, et avec une collaboration extraordinaire des corps policiers.
Merci à tout le monde. Passez une bonne fin de journée.
Merci. Quand vous ordonnez quelqu'un pendant 14 jours à rester chez eux, là, c'est pas chez eux que ça se passe. Là. 14 jours, là, le séjour, c'est à la prison dans une cellule de détention.
Est-ce que vous avez l'impression d'être dans une prison? Parce que c'est ça. Souvent, ce qu'on fait, c'est que c'est un endroit. Nous, comme on est le CIUS, en fait, a la possibilité d'offrir justement des isolements préventifs. Ça se passe finalement. C'est une disposition qui est beaucoup plus facile quand on a quelqu'un qui collabore pas. Puis ça devient vraiment complexe.
Personne qui est surveillée, mais
ouais.
Elle est en isolement exactement où ça peut être modifié.
C'est pas nécessaire.
C'est ça. Mais est-ce que...
C'est pas à la maison.
C'est pas ben, ça dépend de la personne. Parce qu'on a eu des personnes qu'on a isolées chez eux. À un moment donné, la personne, on voyait bien qu'elle n'était pas chez elle. On lui a fait, donc, on est allé chez elle. Et là, on lui a dit, on vous isole là où on veut que vous soyez.
Yeah, so as you can see through that video, I mean, even the reporter says, is it a prison? And he says, does it feel like a prison? Does it feel like, well, I don't know, doctor, can I leave? Am I here on my own free will, or am I being held a prisoner? The whole act of being held against my will it doesn't matter if it's in a nice room, doesn't matter if I have a nice couch and an AC. If I'm not allowed to leave, I'm a prisoner, dipshit. So look at the smug, get his face off there. Look at this smug ass grin he's got while he jokes and laughs and takes the reporter's questions about how he loves now that the legislation has been updated, and now he can change from holding 72 hours and then he had to get a judge's approval to hold them for longer. Now they brought in the new laws here in Canada, in Quebec, secret COVID centers where they can just take you away for the uncooperative clients. And I mean, let's put this smug asshole's face up on screen again. As you can see, that right there is the face of a demon right there. Not physically, not you know, obviously I'm joking around, but not really. When I say demon, I mean a human being who would be have a grin on his face while he's talking about taking people away, the same way that the Nazis took away the Jews, put them in trains and took them off to the infirmaries. Well, this is the smug grin that this doctor, he kind of reminds me of Dr. Mengele, like, you know, the doctor of death, like this guy. You got to keep an eye on him. He's sick. And if I was in a movie and if I was creating a movie and I had to, you know, get a character to play an evil crypt keeper, I'd probably get this gentleman here. And you know what, buddy? Those are fighting words. You want to go and take people away to FEMA camps, basically, concentration camps, Flu 19 camps? Those are fighting words. This guy's trying to start a civil war. But let's go on. Let's show you another picture. Let's go to some mug shots here. Take a look at these beautiful individuals. So as you can see, this is what we're up against. This is the stuff running rampant in the streets, creating terror. These people are weak. These people are ugly. They're soulless. I mean, look at these people. This is who we're supposed to be scared of. This is who our enemies are. If a civil war kicks off, I ain't worried. Let's look at some more mug shots. Let's zoom in on these. Let's look at the stuff. Every single one of them have that same look to them. So I don't need to know your politics. I'm so awake to things nowadays. I'm so tuned in. I'm so plugged in to the matrix and understanding how it works now and understanding the propaganda and who my enemies are out there, that I just need to look and I know when these people, they look the part. I don't need to know. I can look at that person and say, yep, probably a potbelly pig Democrat wants to take my rights. And sure enough, they always look the same. So let's continue on. Let's go over here. Miss Nancy Pelosi herself. Look at this nasty, nasty woman. Well, she shuts down businesses globally, says you can't get your hair done. You can't get your hair cut. She has a nerve to go down and then get her hair cut while everyone else can't. And then has a nerve to say that when the video come out showing how the hypocrisy is rampant with these control freaks, well, what does she say? She was set up by the salon. Set up. Okay, this is supposedly the third woman away from the presidency, that if Trump and Biden have a contested election and they can't decide who won, that this is the next in line for the presidency. Someone who gets fooled by a salon owner, and we're going to let her then go out there and be the military in chief and not get fooled by foreign regimes. Like, they'll even admit, oh, Russia's meddling in the election. All these foreign adversaries, we got to be careful. You know, you want Nancy Pelosi conducting the deals with the Chinese, the CCP? I mean, when she gets fooled by the salon? I mean, come on. Let's look at the next one here. Chucky Schumer. Look at the face of that thing. Look at that grin. If I had to cast the Joker movie, I tell you, that's the prime character right there. His eyes are dead. This grin is dead. He's smiling, but you could tell it's not a happy smile. That's an evil smile. That's disgusting. Look at this man. So I'm just showing you these pictures to let you know These are the crypt keepers. These are the sick control freaks that are ruining your lives right now. Okay? As much as you want to be mad at law enforcement, and I have my issues with law enforcement because they're the ones that, when rubber meets the road, they're the ones that freaking enforce this stupid stuff. Enforce the tyranny on the people. But these are the ones pulling the strings at the top right here. Take a good look at this nasty human being, Chucky Schumer. Filth. Now let's continue to the next photo. Here. Ooh, we got the next one. Bill Gates. Look at that nasty human being. Look at that devil grin trying to poke its way through. The man who can't freaking get a virus off a computer is going to save the world from viruses, human viruses. It's a joke. This guy is not even a doctor. He's supposedly a tech guy, supposedly, working on Microsoft and stuff. But yet now all of a sudden he's Dr. Bill Gates. He's a medical professional, yet he's never went to any kind of medical schools. But now we got to take his word as God. And the same guy who does TED Talks on depopulation, he even said through vaccines, well, he's the guy now that we're going to trust our global pandemic to this man. This is the uniter. This is the guy who's going to save everyone. His vaccine. Give me a break. Let's continue on to the next one. Jerry Nadler. This guy is a joke. I mean, look at him. What is he? He's literally a potbelly pig troll. First off, he's 4'2", if that. His pants, they can't even, he had to go to the kids section and his pants still don't fit him, as you can see. Disgusting. He barely sees over his desk when he's sitting in Congress and stuff. And this is the guy who's out there dictating to us. I mean, disgusting that we let this pathetic joke tell us anything what to do. If he didn't have his little magical costume and his position where he gets to write in and dictate laws and regulations, this guy couldn't do nothing on the freaking playground. This guy got his ass beat. Joke. So what's he do? The littlest boy on the block, one the scaredest, the most timid, and gets a job where he can bully all of his bulliers. And he gets off on it. A sick human being. BML, Antifa's a myth. This guy's the one who says Antifa's a myth. While the cities burn, while Antifa loots, while I just showed you the mugshots of people being arrested, physical proof mugshots of Antifa, Jerry Nadler will sit there and say it's a myth. What a joke. You know what's a myth, Jerry Nadler? The last time you seen your balls. You nasty potbelly pig. So let's continue onto these lovely two ladies. As you can see, disgusting. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, just Hillary Clinton is literally the queen of if I was a religious person, I'd believe in demonic possession by looking at that woman. I mean, look at that grin and her little underling there. Disgusting ladies. And this is what they want to push to the front. This is the type of people who we should be worshiping. These are the type of people who are on the cusp of innovation and pop culture. Really? I don't think so. Hillary Clinton is a monster. She's on video, or she's been on audio before and has been caught laughing about getting her pedophile. She used to be a lawyer before, and she used to defend pedophiles. And she would love those cases. She would seek after those cases. Most lawyers are like, sometimes they're like, it's a job. I got a job to do. I gotta take this case. Even a pedophile has the right to a fair trial. Hillary Clinton seeks those ones. She's probably trying to get her friends off. Okay, that's what the Epstein and everything, the island, the flight logs, it's all a blackmail operation. And then you wonder why Jerry Nadler or some of these potbelly pig demons get up there and say that the sky is purple when it's blue. They have so much blackmail dirt on these individuals, all these scumbags. Looking at them, you can tell they've sold their souls out. They've got so much dirt on these people, you wouldn't even want to know. It'd make you sick. Like Sidney Powell said, Michael Flynn's lawyer, if you knew what Huma Abedin and Anthony Weiner had on his insurance file on his laptop, if you've seen those videos that supposedly had Hillary Clinton in some of them, then it would make you throw up. It would make the hardest investigators on the NYPD NYPD throw up. It's disgusting. So that's what Hillary Clinton is. She stinks morally. She stinks. She's a disgusting person. And this is who we allow to tell us what to do. I'm tired of it. So let's go to the next photo here. The pedophile himself, Bill Clinton. I never went on Jeffrey Epstein's island. Jeffrey Epstein's island. No. Of course not, Bill. Of course not. You probably own a property on the island. You're probably one of the guests that's there the most. The guy who go and gets BJ's in the Oval Office, and that's why they impeach him. Jeez, they had a lot more they could impeach Bill Clinton on. Disgusting. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm telling you, though, people. I mean, look at the faces. They all look the same. I know who my enemy is. Do you know who yours? It's not hard to tell. Just look in their eyes. They're dead. And then Fauci, the supposed expert, the guy who preaches wear a mask, but yet goes to baseball games and doesn't wear masks. The guy who doesn't know up from down, left from right. One day you need a mask, one day you don't. One day it's a deadly disease, one day it's not so much. The guy flip-flops. He cries wolf so many times, and then people say, well, I'm suspicious of the World Health Organization. I'm suspicious of anything that comes out of Fauci's mouth. People say, well, he's the World Health leader. You must listen to him. But yet he flip-flops all the time. So it's like the guy who cried wolf 1,000 times, but yet we're supposed to make sure that we hang on everything he says and believe it. Meanwhile, he's been caught so many times lying and talking out his ass. And finally, a positive image, Emperor God Trump, who's going to rain down lightning bolts of justice, hopefully, on these people in this next upcoming election. So I just wanted to show you guys the video here today and show you guys the faces of your enemy. These people are disgusting human beings, morally, physically, mentally. I mean, geez, how many videos do we got to have of Joe Biden farting and crapping his pants on stage because he can't even control his own bowels, but yet he's going to control the nuclear launch codes. He's going to get up there and negotiate with China and be hard on China. Meanwhile, his son sits on the boards and gets millions of dollars, clearly insider trading deals. Nancy Pelosi, these are the type of people, the people who run for office and manage to have a couple $100,000 salaries, but yet are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And we never once shake our head and wonder, well, where did all that money come from Nancy Pelosi? We know where it came from. They're literally sucking like a vampire the blood out the American population, sucking them out financially, physically, and you know what? Probably even sexually with what we're learning out with Jeffrey Epstein and all that, what they do to the children is disgusting. So wake up, stop listening and complying to these losers who have no power. You can tell by looking at them. Okay, they act like they have power because they managed to convince dumb order followers to follow their orders and commit acts of tyranny against the population when they themselves would never do it. Could you imagine ever seeing Nancy Pelosi or that little short troll, what do you call it, Jerry Nadler? Imagine him actually out there arresting people? No, he didn't have the balls to do it. So what's he do? He passes legislation for his authoritarianism. So same with Hitler. All these people are a bunch of control freaks. They're a bunch of cowards in all reality, and they'll be their own demise. So stop complying with all these orders. Live out your lives. Act like flu 19 doesn't exist, because that's all it is. It's just another seasonal flu. But don't always be vigilant. Don't put it past you. The government's definitely not your friend. So if they're convincing you that they're your friend and they're looking after you, assume automatically the opposite. That's what I've learned to understand about government. If they say they're here to protect you, they're here to hurt you. It's total opposite, upside down world.